Super Cool Radio!
Hey everyone, before we jump into the show, I want to tell you about our merch store on Threadless. Shop a wide variety of logos with multiple colors and sizes available for each design. Your support is greatly appreciated and helps us continue to make killer content like this episode. Please visit supercoolradio.threadless.com or the link in the description to shop now. Hello everyone. I am Matthew Thomas. This is Super Cool Radio. Have some great guests with me at this time. In May, they released a killer new single entitled Down and Dead and will tour with Reign of Z as part of the Down and Dead tour coming up in September. Please welcome Modern Mimes.
What's up?
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us, man.
Of course, making up Modern Mimes. Joining me at this time is Ernesto and Adi.
Mm-hmm. What's going on, brother?
Hey, not too much. Glad we were able to set up this interview. I really dig you guys' music, so I'm really glad we were able to set up this interview.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thanks for having us. Thanks for checking it out. Yeah, we just put out Down and Dead, maybe a couple weeks ago? Something like that? I forgot already, man.
I already forgot the date.
We always put something out and we're like, wait, that was a year ago? That was 2 years ago? What's going on here?
A couple weeks, yeah.
From my research, it was May. That's what YouTube told me.
Yeah,
okay, yes.
I don't know, after touring, it was just like, oh.
Yeah, dude, we go on tour and then it just turns into what day, what planet are we on?
Well, I know I got quite a bit to talk about, obviously, with the tour with Reign of Z, but also you guys toured with my friends Artifas as well. But before we get to all of that, I kind of want to start at the beginning because I don't know like a whole lot about you guys as you guys have started. So how did Modern Mimes come together as a band, and how'd you come up with the name?
So Modern Mimes, it was just her and I in the beginning. We were a duo, and before that I was in bands. I was traveling a lot and touring and stuff like that, and she was doing a lot of local stuff in the area. So we had our separate projects, and then one day, kind of out of the blue, we were like, hey, let's just start writing some music, let's see what happens, and let's just, have fun. And then it just kind of grew into what we are now. And I think she could tell you more about the name itself. I always miss something when I tell her, I always miss something. I'm always like, well, we got the name from, and that's why I always turn it over to her. So yeah, you go ahead and explain that.
So, just to reemphasize on what he was saying, we're actually married. Mm-hmm. So that kind of came first, and we were always doing our separate projects and stuff. But I remember in high school, I tried to play with him a couple times. He was too metal. He's like, nah, I don't see myself playing with a female.
That's not the part that I was talking about leaving out, but okay. I mean, technically you're right. I did leave that out. But I was young and stupid.
Story. So
it's interesting omission from your story, Ernesto.
Yes. Oh yeah, I know. You're already part of the family, man. You're already getting the vibe here.
Right. So I think I waited. I didn't wait, but I think subconsciously I was looking for this magical other person to kind of complete the sound that I had in my head, and I would play with other people and other bands and stuff, and something was always kind of I don't know if this is going to be for the long haul. And it took us breaking up, getting back together, getting married, and 10 plus years later.
I was in 3 or 4 bands, and that didn't work out. And then we're just like, all right, let's do some stuff. Let's see what kind of happens.
Yeah, I think at that point it had to come from him. And when he came to me about it, I was like, oh, okay. And then when we started making music, I was like, that's it. That was the sound in my head that was missing all this time. And it was literally right in front of me this whole time. But the name was kind of like a childhood memory. And it was, I don't know, I think I was 8 years old, and I was a mime for one Halloween. And and I remember I was going through some kind of dark stuff as a kid, and didn't know really who to talk to about it. And I was really deep in this character of a mime and expressing more, through silence. And I think that has a lot to do with what we are as a band and what we try and do through our lyrics as well.
Well, definitely, it's very, very cool of you guys. Thank you so much for like the background of you guys and Modern Mime and all that stuff. Because I know in other interviews I've watched, like some stuff gets covered, but not like the complete thing. So I really appreciate it. But it's also really cool just like hear you guys as obviously the process of becoming the band, meeting each other, all of that. So I did want to talk about, because we're talking about the music a little bit. So the brand new single, or the latest single, Down and Dead, as we were talking about, released in May. How was it like writing and recording the song? Like, what's like the message in Down and Dead?
So for Down and Dead, and for kind of a lot of the themes in our music, it's kind of navigating through like an internal battle and a lot of like mental illness and depression specifically. For me, that I deal with depression pretty much on a daily, so I kind of find solace and therapy through writing about it in our music, and it's basically just, I hope that inspires other people to keep moving forward and to not give up.
Yeah, definitely. I picked up on some of those themes when I was listening to it, and obviously like watching the music video as well. And I definitely really connected with it because I know for me, especially lately, I was struggling with some, obviously a few different things. But just hearing like that song and hearing the message in it, like I really connected with it.
Good.
I'm glad to hear that, man.
And that makes me really happy. Thank you.
See, we're curing depression already. Working out perfectly.
No, definitely, it's nice to know, like at least for me, that there's other people out there that they're going through some similar stuff or different things. And it's always nice that I'm not alone. Absolutely,
and I think that's so important for me as an artist. Yeah, sorry, like pencils flying randomly across the room. I don't know.
Magic.
It's either that or a poltergeist, either one.
Yeah, we've had a few of those in our life.
I'm actually a ghost hunter, dude. So.
Oh, really?
Official ghost hunter. So yes, it's very common.
Actually, one of my family members was looking for something, and I guess something was in the way. It's just slung it across the room.
That's one way to get rid of it.
It's fun. It's fun to do.
I'm sorry. I forgot where I was going with this. Anyway.
The question was.
Is it different for you guys, since you guys are married? Do you like have like a different like writing style? Like, do you like connect differently with things? Like for you guys, like what is the writing style behind Modern Mimes?
Well, we argue a lot.
Yeah, we do. We really do.
We should have saw that coming.
Very common element in our writing process, actually. So, and this is usually what I tell people. It's like I'll come up with something, she'll come up with something. We don't agree on it. We fight about it. We argue about it, and then somehow, somewhere, a song will be born, and it happens every single time.
Yeah, there's some sort of resolution where it's like, okay, well, we come from completely different backgrounds in music and different influences, so it's like I see things a little bit more down tempo and more chill, and for him that's boring, and then it's like we kind of find a happy medium, and then it kind of morphs into something different, and what you hear. So yeah, I think it's kind of an integral part of our process to kind of argue it out sometimes. But on this batch of songs, I feel like we've been kind of doing them separately, and that seems to kind of work. Like he'll write some of the music parts, and then he'll record it, and then on my own, like when I'm out for a drive or for a walk, which is when I tend to write, I'll write on my own, and then we'll send it over to Justin, or vice versa. We might send it over to Justin, who's our drummer, and he'll lay down some drums on there too.
Yeah, it seems to be working pretty well so far. We might try a different approach sometime in the near future, just to see what happens and to see what kind of like inspiration we get. But up until now, that's just kind of been the way we've been doing it.
Yeah, like some of the more more like ballads or more like down-tempo chill songs, you can tell they probably started from me. Like I started on the guitar and, you know, I had a melody and some lyrics and I would come to him and be like, hey, what do you think of this? Like, you know, make it cooler with your guitar because he's a much better guitar player than I am. So
I'm all right, I think. I don't know.
So,
I can't write lyrics, that's for a fact.
but
I try. Trust me, it never works. I like it for like that split second, and then later I'm like, no, this is terrible. This is so bad. Why do I even bother?
you speak through your guitar.
Yeah, something like that.
And your bass because it's a double neck situation.
Yeah.
But I've kind of noticed that with like, especially like the kind of more recent songs is like, there'll be like some heavy parts, but then there'll be like a little bit more like mellow parts, and kind of talking to you guys, it makes a lot more sense, like kind of like the flow of different songs and the different styles you guys use. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, we've been told that you can kind of see the dynamic within our personalities and, you know, as a whole as well in the band. And it kind of like reflects on the songwriting and on the music. You know what I mean? We definitely, and you know, it's not a bad thing because we kind of get it. I guess we subconsciously do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
I mean, it just keeps things interesting, I think, and that could be a great thing, and it could also be something that makes it harder for people to kind of grasp onto what our sound really is because we're changing it up so much all the time. But for us, it keeps it interesting.
Yeah.
No, definitely. And that's like, for me, I like it a lot because sometimes you get tired of, you know, just hearing like the same riffs or like the same like flow of music. So to change it up, I'm always interested, always piques my attention. Like when I hear like bands like changing stuff up or adding different sounds, I'm always intrigued by it.
That's always
Oh yeah. I'm the same way. You know, it's funny because a lot of the stuff that I've been hearing I've been getting into lately has been stuff that's like old that's kind of coming back now. And like, yeah, I agree with what you're saying. You know, I like certain things like of that element. You know what I mean? You'll change it up a little bit. You know what I mean? Not be so like bland and watered down and too straightforward. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely. I always like when things get changed up. Like obviously, well, I listen to like some different things. Of course, sometimes I go way out of my element just for fun. Sometimes because music, that's how music should be. So it's just interesting. It just and always keeps my attention, especially because I can't really tell people like what my favorite artists are because I listen to so many. Like I just like go through a whole rotation of so many different artists that it's hard to really nail down like who's like my favorites.
Right. And it's funny because growing up, I was the complete opposite. I was like, I only listen to metal. You know what I mean? And like now looking back, I'm like, well, that's kind of dumb. You know what I mean? Like I look back at myself, I'm like, so closed-minded. It's kind of stupid. So yeah.
No, for sure, and it's just cool to always like broaden your horizons. I was kind of the same way through high school. I listened to mostly like hard rock or like classic rock. So when I started this, I started listening to like, oh, this band's a little different. I'll start listening to them, and that leads to this band, and you know, a whole rabbit hole of a bunch of different music that I'm now immersed in.
Right. Oh yeah.
But since we were talking about music, I did see just today actually. So the new album drops on August 11th. Can you guys give like what can people expect from the new album?
So here's the funny part. When COVID hit around 2020, we took a little bit of a different approach, and we were like, hey, since we're not touring, since we're not doing too much, you know, playing out and stuff like that, we have all this time, and we actually finished recording and, you know, mixing and mastering that album around that time. So we said, hey, why don't we release a song every month? And, you know, it kind of spiraled out of control because then we ended up releasing pretty much the entire album without releasing the entire album, with the exception of like, you know, maybe two songs.
There's like one song.
Well, now there's only one song that's like, it hasn't been heard yet. But technically the album's been out, but it hasn't been officially out. And on this last tour we did with Artifas, we were selling the physical copies. But now August 11th, we will be releasing it digitally and on our website. You can get it through our website, modernmimes.com. And it's funny because now we're actually working on a new album. And I think this time around, we're not going to do a song every month. We're just going to do it a little bit different. Maybe like the way we did it before.
Yeah, I think we're more of like the old school approach type of band. You know, we're definitely like, I see things like in project form and in an album, but it just, I don't know.
Yeah, I like albums. There's this whole like myth that now you shouldn't record full length albums, but I don't know. I don't agree, and it's just my taste personally. I like when a band puts out an album. I still like going to a store and buying a CD. You know what I mean? I like opening it up and looking at the artwork and looking at the lyrics and doing all that nerdy stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's my opinion on it. And I think we're probably going to continue to do it that way. Just put out like 10, 11, 12 song albums. You know what I mean?
No, I definitely know what you mean. Like, honestly, it lines up very similar to me as well, because I still go and buy CDs. Like, I got a whole collection in my room of CDs.
Totally.
So, like, to me, I like albums. Like, I like hearing maybe like a single or two off the album, and then like, okay, these sound really good. Now I'm ready to listen to the album when it's dropped. So I kind of like that still, like a little bit of mystery of like what the rest of the album's going to be. That's just my personal opinion. Like, I still love albums. And I love when bands release albums, even though right now, you know, singles and EPs are very hot. But
yeah,
a well done album is awesome.
Absolutely, I think so too, man. And it just goes back to like, you know, growing up. Like back then, there was you know, the records, like the actual records, like vinyl and stuff like that. I wish we had more of that stuff, man. I'm really interested in that kind of stuff. So.
Vinyl is making a comeback, though.
I hear that, and I see that we have one vinyl press, and it's just hanging in our room because it's in a frame, and it was a gift to us for Christmas, and I love it. I look at it every day. And I'm like, if only I could print like 50 more of you, and then put them on merch, and you know, sell the heck out of them. You know what I mean?
Someday, hopefully on the next album.
We're getting dark. I'm gonna turn this light on. There we go. A little better. Didn't do much, but it's a little better.
Big improvement.
Yeah.
Huge improvement.
Hopefully on the next album we can actually afford to print some vinyl.
Yeah.
You know,
we'll print a few of them at least. You know, hopefully.
Yeah, vinyl it's cool. It sounds awesome. Like my dad's got a cool vinyl collection. That's how I started listening to records and stuff. But yeah, it's expensive to print, but also like I was talking to one band, The Rumors, and like they said, yeah, it's like a year out before like we can even get our vinyl order. And I was like, geez.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I didn't realize it took so long.
I don't think I've ever seen like a record thing like happening in front of me, like
the process of it being made.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I haven't seen it either.
No.
I've
seen CDs that get made in cassettes, believe it or not, which is weird, but. Never the record. I'm sure it probably does take quite some time.
Well, I think just with like the supply chain issues and, you know, shipping and making it, and materials not being available. So there's probably a lot involved in it. But yeah, it's got to be an interesting process because they have to carve it all out and, you know, make it and all that stuff. So it's probably actually pretty cool. Yeah,
that just gave me an idea. You know what they should do? For field trips for little kids that are in like music class, they should like take field trips out to like I don't know if they have many of them now, but I'm sure they should have done that back in the day, man. Let's travel back in time and start doing it. Right. I think that'd be fun.
Go back to school just for that.
We'll go back to school, yeah, just for that. Yeah, cool.
Or get a figure out how to make a time machine. Either one.
Dude, I'm sure. Well, they're probably already exists somewhere. They just haven't released it to the public yet.
Yeah, probably, because then people will be going back in time for a bunch of different stuff. So
yeah.
It would probably get abused very easily. I should have ordered soup instead of salad.
That's right.
Gotta go back.
I'm gonna go punch that guy in the face that didn't give me the fries at McDonald's.
See, we might get abused very easily. Probably just by us.
I can think of so many ideas to use a time machine for, and it would all be stupid and totally like not productive at all. I'm gonna make a list of it tonight. I'll send it to you and be like, "Look, dude, this is what we're doing. We're getting in a time machine. We're going back, and we're untying people's shoelaces for fun."
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, right.
Like that. Especially people I don't like. There
Exactly. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing with our life.
Or just like mildly inconvenience them just by like a little bit, like
batteries out of remote controls and stuff like that, you know.
Yeah, or untwisting the light bulb slightly for it doesn't turn on.
Oh, absolutely. Tighten the jar of pickles like just way too much so they can't get it, you know.
Or just move something slightly to the left. So
that would drive her insane. She has extreme OCD. She would totally notice.
extreme.
You
but
have extreme OCD.
I'm OCD, yes. I will notice when something's out of place. My OCD has a lot to do with placement of things and germs.
I'm gonna put these coupons somewhere else tomorrow and see how and just watch the pandemonium.
Oh well, this is not a problem. This is
Burger King, man. Burger King coupons. They're very useful on tour, man. Trust me.
My thing is the pantry. If the pantry's all over the place, and
We're going into married people
the
territory
fridge,
now.
and the fridge is like a mess, and there's like food hoarding going on, like that drives me.
The potato chips don't go with the raisins. What's wrong with you?
Is this a movie quote?
Did you take the trash out? No, I made that up just now.
It felt like a movie quote. They're constantly quoting movies, him and Justin.
Oh yeah, you got to come on the road with us sometime. You'll have a blast because we do stupid stuff constantly. My drummer and I, she's good. She's boring. She's boring. It's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good. I'm trying to think of something to say.
As long as you're having a good time, man, that's all I care about.
I'm having a great time. I can definitely tell you guys are married because it seems like arguments that have happened in the past before.
Oh, that goes without saying, man. There's probably going to be one later tonight. Maybe as soon as we get off this interview, we're going to probably throw fists. You know, we'll do a jiu-jitsu match on purpose.
So as long as that doesn't happen on my shows, no violence.
No,
we don't get physical like that.
We keep it professional.
Yeah.
Even though I think, are you familiar with the Almas?
Yes.
Familiar, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I did my first interview with them was I think a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years at this point. So I was promoting the show as I normally do on my Instagram and social media and stuff, and then Instagram 8 months later. Like, hey, we don't like this post. You're promoting violence. We're going to have to give you a strike. And I was like, why? It just said, I have an interview tonight with the Almas. Please watch. Like literally what it says. So yeah, I don't understand it, but I do joke with them every time I see them that because of them, I have a strike on my Instagram account.
Oh my God. That's really weird.
I wonder why. That's weird.
We get copyright strikes when we put out our own music sometimes.
I've heard of that too. Yeah,
it's crazy, dude. I'm like, it's us. It's mine. It's not yours. It's mine. What are you doing?
Well, that has to do with the settings. However, we put it in the distribution on CD Baby, which I guess they're doing their job, but I'm sure we'll piss some people off, like on certain shows.
Yeah, but they're kind of overachievers. They're doing their job a little too well. Don't you hate that? Calm down. Don't work too hard there, bud.
Well, it should be like an exception for like obviously you guys because it's your own music. But sometimes I have bands like, hey, can you play this song? And I'm like, yeah, sure, not a since you requested, I'll play it, not a problem. And then YouTube will come back and be like, hey, why'd you play this song? It's copywritten and whatever. I was like, well, they asked me to.
They told me to do it. What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
it's so weird.
It is very weird.
They probably don't even realize that that's happening. So don't blame it on the band.
It's not the band's fault.
Not at all.
It's the computer's fault. It's the algorithm. It's the evil social media algorithm is what it is.
It's Skynet.
It's Skynet, yes. Alive and well.
Before we get on a tangent about social media, so obviously you have the new tour coming up with Rain to Z. Before I get to that, I did want to talk about the Resume Game Tour you guys went on with my friends Artifas.
Yep.
How was it touring with those dudes?
Oh man,
amazing!
It was so good. It was so fun. Those guys they're like family now. Well, they're just, I don't know. It's hard to describe and it's hard to even come up with the words. We just had such a blast. We had such a good time. We felt instantly just connected with them, basically. Not just them, but their crew. The sound guy, their tour manager. We would love to do it again, tomorrow. Do a whole another 6 months with them. Awesome band, great music, great guys. We played such great venues and great places. Wonderful experience, 100%.
Those dudes are really awesome. I've only gotten to see them once, but I got to hang out with them, and as you said, their whole crew. They're all very nice, super helpful, and really cool people. And I haven't got to see them again live, but I really want to, and I think I get that opportunity in October. So I'm looking forward to that. But no, just really great band, and they put on a kick-ass show.
They do. They really do.
They're amazing. They're a great band.
we on the last show that we played with them on that tour, funny story here, it was Clarksville, Tennessee, and my drummer and I, we were like, let's do something, let's mess with them a little bit, and we couldn't think of anything, and then finally I was like, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do. When all else fails, get naked. And he's like, huh? I'm like, we're gonna strip down to our boxers. I'm gonna wear like one sock. I'm gonna get in my boxers. I'm gonna grab my guitar. I'm gonna have bunny ears, and we're gonna go on stage and rock out with them on their last song. And we did. My drummer, not her, but my drummer and I, we stripped down to our boxers. And my drummer's a hairy guy, like really bad. Like you don't even know, like whatever you're imagining right now, times 10. And we get up there and we just start dancing around and doing cool, stupid moves and whatnot. And I forgot who it was. I think it was Mikey who just started bumping my butt with his. And it was. There's a video of it somewhere, and I promise I will try my very best to get it over to you so you can have yourself a little laugh. But yeah, back to them. Great. They put on a great show. They were a great band, and again, would love to do it again. Amazing
people as well, and it just we can't say enough good things about that tour and those guys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, I definitely look forward to checking out. What was their reaction to you guys?
They were
good sports.
They were cracking up, man. Especially Steve. But Steve, if you look in the video, Steve, the drummer, he's like trying to concentrate.
So hard to concentrate.
He's trying to concentrate, but he couldn't, man. Because I got right up in there, right in front of him, and he totally lost character. He just died of laughter, and Cody started like doing like that whole like dry humping thing, and dude, they I think they liked it a lot. Like they thought it was great. There's a few videos now that I think about it because other people knew about it. Like their crew was in on it, so they knew when I was gonna go up there. They started filming, and yeah, dude, that was fun. They definitely had a good time with that.
I bet they're super great dudes. So I bet they cracked up. Now, did Steve did he keep the rhythm the whole time?
He did.
Okay, good.
He was a total pro the entire time, and I know he's the newest member. He did great, man. He really did. From day one of that tour to the last day, didn't skip a beat, man. He rocked it. He really did.
Oh yeah, definitely. I saw an interview with Artifas with Steve as well, and yeah, I can tell they really click, and they really they're very very strong as a team and a unit and a band.
Well, I had no idea that he was the newest, that he was fairly new. I think Cody did tell me. Maybe before the tour started, but I had so much going on that I just completely forgot. But it didn't seem like he was new. It seemed like he was just it meshed like perfectly, and it was just he's the drummer. You know what I mean? Mm. He is the guy, so it worked out good.
Yeah, I think that tour was actually his first tour with them. I think he played a few shows before the tour, and then that tour was his first one.
Yeah, yep, I believe so. Yeah, we did. We had a blast, man. We had a 4th of July party with those guys out in Wisconsin, and let me tell you. It was pandemonium. It really does. It was insane. Like we blew stuff up. We played drunk Modern Mimes set in a garage.
Luckily, it was only two songs. 2 songs.
We're like, we can only do 2 songs. We're gonna pass out. Like this is not gonna be fun. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fall. I'm gonna hit my head, and I'm gonna die.
Yeah, it's on video somewhere on.
Yeah, that's on video too. We got so much stuff on video on that tour. That's just
I kept saying, I'm like, this is terrible. This is terrible.
I'm sorry, guys. We're very out of character.
I'm sure you guys did great.
I hope so.
It was fun. It was fun.
They seem to like it. So.
Well, having fun's the most important part.
That's right. 100%.
All right, so now got to get to the big reason I want chatting with you guys, and that is the upcoming tour starting in September, the Down and Dead tour with Reign of Z starting on September 21st. How what can people expect from Reign of Z and Modern Mimes show?
A lot of female-fronted aggressiveness.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of rage.
A lot of female rage. I can already feel it. I don't know if I want to go.
It's a good time, and Ray to Z, they're all great people as well. We hung out with them actually on the tour with Artifas.
Yeah, actually,
a couple of shows
on that tour,
and we jumped on a few shows with Ray to Z, and they were super super great. And they put on a great show. Z is like a mad woman on stage, and she like goes nuts, and we both kind of go nuts in our own different ways. And I'm kind of like weird doing my chicken dance, and she's just like all like.
Oh yeah, she gets down on the ground, man. She really gets down. She goes ape crap. I don't know if I can curse on here. So
Yeah, you can go for it. It's uncensored.
Okay, she goes ape shit on on stage. But no, you can expect high energy, just a killer night, good time. And anybody watching this, you guys got to come out to the shows. It's gonna be freaking killer.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. You guys are coming right to my hometown of South Bend, coming up October 2nd.
Right on.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Actually, I'll leave some event links in the description for the upcoming tour as well, so make sure to check that out. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing both of you guys. I have not seen Modern Mimes or Reign of Z live. If I've seen some videos of Reign of Z, very intense.
Yeah,
a lot of intensity.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna make sure we bring it every single night, man. We'll bring you on stage too. You can sing with us if you want. We do some covers. If you're a Deftones or Nine Inch Nails fan.
Yeah, we'll be doing some covers for those of those who don't know us yet. You know, there'll be some songs
stuff
to kind of like guide you into our world.
Yep.
And it's a good time. It's a good time, and you know, we'll hang out with everybody after the show too, and it'll be fun.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to it. When I was planning out my full set of shows, I was like, I'm definitely going to be there. Obviously, I live in the city, so it's like
nice.
It's like a 10-minute drive, 15 minutes on a bad day. So I'm like, I think I can make it.
Oh yeah, right on. I look forward to having you, dude. It's gonna be a party.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a great time. Now, for you guys, what is your favorite song to perform live?
Probably Love Hate.
Yeah, I would say so. I was thinking of other ones, but. It's weird. I always like the first song and the last song. And the last song is always Love Hate. And the reason for that is just because at that point we're like exhausted, but full of adrenaline at the same time. So we just let go. I don't even care. We just literally, if I could break stuff on stage, I would. It's out of like respect for the venues and some of my equipment. But if it were up to me to just go completely nuts, I would just throw shit around. I would break stuff. I would throw my guitar at Justin's head. I don't know. Anything like that. Poor Justin.
Yeah, I feel like Love Hate is just like the epitome of what Modern Mimes is all about, and kind of like that duality and that battle between good and evil, and just kind of like letting it all go. And in that song, it's just like he said, it's the end of the set, and we usually do it at the end, and we just go nuts. Like, yeah, we just like let it all out.
We go nuts through the whole show, but that one is like, it's like that weird, extra. Like we have that little bit left in the tank, and we just blow it out.
In case I pass out, then
yeah, sometimes she might pass out. That's another thing. I might just
pass out, so I leave it for the end, so that like if I do pass out, it's not on stage.
By the way, if you ever pass out, just know that I'm gonna finish the rest of the song, and then I'll take care. And then I'll take care of you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You got anytime.
Sweet. That's sweet of you.
Well, I might have that to look forward to as well.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. It's gonna be a good one.
But no, Love Hate's like a really great representation of Modern Mimes, and like I look forward to like seeing it live and seeing like obviously how it comes to life with you guys on the stage. But also I know if Ernesto ever won the $1 billion lottery, that he would be throwing a lot of stuff around and breaking things.
Well, unfortunately, somebody won the $1 billion freaking Mega Million the other day, so I can't win it now. I was so disappointed. I was looking forward to winning that.
He thought
I was so looking forward to winning that, because I would buy just all sorts of stuff and break it. That's what I would do. I'd go to Guitar Center and be like, give me one of everything. I'm breaking it on stage. Give me a freaking marimba. I'll break it. For fun. All right.
I don't know how to play this, but I'm just going to break it.
Yeah. I don't know how to play a saxophone. I know how to smash it. Call it a smash-a-phone. Sorry. Yeah, I know. I heard the crickets from the audience.
So, well, you don't have to tell anyone that you won the lottery. I think there'll be hints, though.
Yeah. Oh, they're absolutely. When I go missing for the rest of my life, then everybody will know I won the lottery. Nobody will ever see me again. I'm kidding.
People will know we won the lottery when we pull up in our Sienna Toyota minivan.
Yeah. That's what we tour in. We tour in a minivan. And let me tell you something, all right? The minivan never fails.
It's the way to go.
Ever. We've never broke down, knock on wood. Gas, 19.5 miles to the gallon, so not bad, not great. Way better than a bus.
Mm-hmm.
So cost is low, and I can haul ass in that thing, too. I can go like 90-something. Or I can go 100 if I wanted to. I have gone 100. More than 100. Yeah. Running behind to get to a show, get to load in. I'm like, we're gone, you know? We pass all the other bands.
Yeah, you can't do that with a trailer.
Nope, you can't. We literally just stuff all our shit in there. And then ourselves.
That's the con.
And then one roadie.
And then we only have like one t-shirt or like merch thing because we don't have the space for it.
Yeah, no, we're like, we're selling out of everything. We don't have any more space. All right, I guess screw it. Sell the one shirt. Let's do it.
Yeah. That's awesome. Hey, it makes it easy. Yeah, I want that shirt.
Less is more. Exactly.
Yeah, you only have one option, so there you go.
There you go. Yep.
We'll re-up on it, though. We'll bring a couple.
No, of course. Well, actually,
next run.
Actually, that's another thing you can expect on this next run is we're going to have some new merch. We're going to have some new shirts and some new weird stuff, actually. So some new weird stuff to sell.
We're accessory.
We are. Yeah, we kind of try to think outside the box when it comes to merchandise. So.
And like things that are smaller because it fits in the van.
Exactly. Yeah. Very
innovation right there.
Yes.
And I'm a Tetris master, so I can make it happen.
So you're gonna be up to 2 shirts, maybe?
We might be up to 2 or 3, maybe.
2 or 3.
I'm gonna see if I can push the limits to 3.
Yeah.
That would be like a 75% increase.
Oh yeah, I mean
something like that. I don't know. I'm not good at math.
I also forget to mention that we sell our T-shirts for $500 a piece. You got one shirt, it's $500. All right.
We are looking to add like a fancier shirt that's going to cost a bit more because creating it will cost a bit more, but it's something that you probably haven't really seen another band do. So I'm excited to have it made.
Yes.
Well, definitely look forward to hopefully it works out because I'm looking forward to it now that you talked about it.
Oh yeah. That's going to be good.
All right, so I got an interesting question. I will be wrapping up this interview in a little bit, but I do got an interesting question that I've only asked one other person. That was Steph from City of the Week. So I'm going to ask you guys.
Please.
So outside of you and your instrument, what are 3 things you always take on tour?
My hair gel. All right, I need it because I do this whole stupid thing. Let's see. That's one.
Yeah.
What do I always bring? I always bring my own conditioner.
Yeah.
It's all hair stuff. It's all hair stuff. I always bring my own conditioner because I don't trust hotel conditioner.
No,
all right?
I wouldn't either.
And then what's another thing? Coffee. Like canned coffee, like iced coffees, you know what I'm talking about? Like the Starbucks little thingies every time.
Yeah,
I have to have those.
What's your thing? Your little espresso shots.
I could probably answer yours for you, but go ahead. I'll let you.
Water is a must. As boring as that sounds, it's like my life.
Important.
Yes, for a vocalist, it's like top priority.
Mm-hmm.
Like pretty much my whole entire medicine cabinet. And what else?
She's a pill popper.
What else?
I'm just kidding.
What's something else I have to bring with me?
The cooler. The dreaded cooler.
Well,
it sits in the middle of the van between the 2 people, and it's like you can't really you can use it as an armrest for like a little while, but then it's like, God, it's cooler. You just want to hit it, break it, throw it out the window.
Tums and honey.
Tums, yes. Well, Tums will save your ass every now and then. Literally.
Yeah. I have a lot of reflux issues, so I pretty much pop Tums like before every show, and honey, a scoop of honey before singing. Those are musts.
We should put that on our rider. Like we're gonna start hitting up venues like, hey, Tums, or we don't play. All right, Tums, hairspray, and conditioner, or we don't play.
Raw, unfiltered honey.
Yeah.
Honey. I don't know. Really.
Is that what it is that you're getting?
No, I don't have that because it's too expensive. It's like
I only eat the finest honey from the finest bees with rare.
I think it's expensive, especially if like you go like the pure honey and like the really fancy stuff. That gets expensive really quick. Not like I've bought any or anything.
And then our drummer, our drummer. Anytime we go to Wisconsin, he has to buy like 18 different types of cheese.
Oh yeah.
Does that fit in the van?
It does. It does.
Not really.
It doesn't, but
I mean,
it doesn't. But I make it fit. Like
I don't know how you guys haven't gotten food poisoning, because I swear they'll just leave the cheese like in a hot car, like not even in the cooler. I'm the one that's like, hey guys, germs, that put in the cooler. But sometimes they'll just leave it around, and then the next day they're like eating it. I'm like, you guys are crazy.
I mean,
Like,
we deal with the consequences. We do get the consequences, but we deal with them, and the venues, bathrooms deal with them too. Yeah. It does happen. I don't care. That cheese is good. It is. Have you ever had scorpion cheese?
I've not.
Okay, but by the way that sounds, can you already kind of like taste it and feel it? It's very spicy. Like it's the spiciest shit you've ever had in your life. I'm not even kidding. We do it.
I think I'll have to pass on that.
We party, man. We party. We'll bring you some. Not the scorpion one. We'll bring you a different kind.
Yeah, it's like I like hot stuff, but not if it like melts my face. I'm like I can't do that.
You'll know in your dreams. I promise.
I don't get the point of that.
I get it.
It has to be enjoyable.
I totally get it.
Enjoyment tops like any kind of spice for me. Like I'd rather enjoy it than feel like I'm dying. Because someone bought me hot sauce and they didn't tell me how spicy it was, so I was putting it on my nachos from Taco Bell. Boy, that was a problem. As I'm like tearing up and crying, and it was very unpleasant.
You gotta jump in a lake to feel your mouth again.
Yeah, it's not fun at all. Anyway, enough about my dude, the spicy with hot sauce. Which, by the way, like I don't eat a whole lot of hot sauce, but like people bought me like 17 bottles of hot sauce, so I was like, well, I guess I have to use this, and then I almost died.
Oh man, I'm glad you turned out okay, but
I'm still here.
there you go, still here. I like it.
Minus a few taste buds.
Who needs them?
All right, last question before I wrap up. So you guys have toured with Artifas. You're about to tour with Reign of Z. Who is someone that you haven't toured with yet that you would like to?
9 Inch Nails.
That'd be amazing, yeah.
I know it's far-fetched at the moment, but I mean that would probably be like I could die the day after. I could play one or two shows and be like, I'm good. Life is fulfilled. I'm just gonna lay down.
Yeah, I think that would make sense.
Yeah, I think 9 Inch Nails would be a good one. If Typo Negative was still around, I think that would be first. I think Typo Negative would be first, and then 9 Inch Nails would be a close second. But since Typo Negative is no longer around, definitely 9 Inch Nails for me.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah,
I can see that too. I can definitely see that.
Oh, dude,
You guys,
that would be phenomenal.
friends listening, watching, definitely hit them up.
Yeah, hey Trent, call me.
Or text. Either way, up to you.
Yeah, email. Hell yeah.
I keep thinking we're going to go on tour with Seven Dust. I just think that it's something that's going to happen eventually. I don't know why.
That would be another one.
That'd be awesome.
That's probably my favorite band of all time. So if that were to happen, also I could pass away feeling totally legit fulfilled.
That would be really cool. Like 9 Inch Nails, 7 Dust. That'd be. I can totally like listening to you guys, listening to them. Like I can totally see you guys doing that and being really like complimenting each other very well as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That'd be an awesome tour. Actually,
That would be.
I would be happy to be on that tour.
Well, I do hope either one of those, if they have, that'd be awesome. I do hope the best for you guys with that.
Thank you.
So obviously we got the tour coming up September. I'll see you guys in October. But what else do you have planned for the rest of this year? How are you going to close out 2022?
We'll probably end up like continuing to write the next album. Possibly maybe shoot some music videos and stuff like that. We might do some more shows, maybe. But the next like official, long running tour would be this next one that runs into mid-October. Usually around Christmas, we don't do much. We do the family thing, I guess. And but if anything were to come up, like if somebody was like, "Hey, we're doing a Christmas Chaos rock festival," we're so down with that. You know what I mean? But as far as like what we're officially going to be doing, probably writing more music.
Yeah,
maybe
we're going to really like kind of hibernate for a while and take our time to.
Well, not too long, because January, February, we're out. 2023 is going to be a hot year too, man.
Yeah, I would say the end of this year and beginning of next year, we're probably going to focus on writing.
Yeah.
And
recording,
and then go back out and spring, summer.
Yep.
Right on. Sounds like some really great plans. Look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. Obviously, I'll be listening to the new album when it comes out August 11th with that one exclusive bonus track that was not released as a single.
Yeah. And we decided to not release it on the digital platforms either. So it's just going to be.
Well, because technically it's already out. You know what I mean? So we're not going to do the full album digitally. You just buy, you can purchase it on the website, or you can just go to YouTube. The whole album is pretty much already there anyway. So except the one song, and then
but I'm not going to do the whole Spotify and iTunes and all that.
Yeah, because it's already pretty much all there except for the one song. Yeah, one song.
That one.
Just put the one song out. Let's just go. Come on, let's do it right now. Let's do it today.
Well, I look forward to seeing you guys in October. I look forward to picking up my copy of the new album when I see you guys. Hopefully you have it. Hopefully it makes it survive store. But also I will leave a link for you guys' store in the description as well. Please check it out. Please support them. If anyone's interested, where can they find you guys online?
ModernMimes.com. You can Google us. Modern Mimes will pop up. We're on all the social media platforms, basically Facebook, Instagram. We're even on TikTok now. Twitter. What else?
Everywhere.
YouTube,
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all of them. We're on all of them, except for OnlyFans. That's the only one that we're not on.
You can track us on bands in town. That helps us out too, because it'll show us where we need to go play next.
That's right.
Right on. I will leave some links in the description. Please check out Stream Support. Give a like to Modern Mimes. See them on tour as part of the Down and Dead tour starting on September 21st. For Ernesto and Adi of Modern Mimes, I'm your host as always, Matthew Thomas. Thank you so much for watching and listening to Super Cool Radio. And remember, stay frosty.
Nice.